Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to the southern wing of the Stink Bug Works. I have a couple of housekeeping items here to talk about, and then I want to talk about Herr Oliver Seiss and H&M, people that make this. First of all, batteries for the T-3 have appropriate plugs. They're not charged, and neither is the T3 radio, but they're all in one area, and the battery chargers are right up here. These are the batteries for the saltwater boat. I've painted liquid tape on the openings. I put model airplane glue along the seams here, because now I can say saltwater and it can't hear me. So they're going in my saltwater boat. I'm talking about this build along, and one of my viewers said, the cost of shipping these things, Oliver's price is pretty good, but the cost of shipping them just kills you. And he said, well, what about this one from Integy? And it's not going to work. It's huge. It's too big. It's for a 24-inch boat, not a 15-inch boat. So this is kind of sized to work with that. Now, here's where I want to talk about H&M Oliver Seiss. I ordered this, and he got it out in short order. And now, I bought a lot of stuff from him over the years. I mean, except for his really big stuff, I've bought almost everything that he has in the small range. And overall, I've been very pleased with his product. Well, when I ordered this, I did in my typical fashion. I went on the website and logged into my account and checked in. And when he sent it, he sent a whole bunch of other little goodies along with it. He sent me this roll of really nice hatch tape. He sent some struts. He sent some bellows. He sent some antenna exits. He sent some water exits. Just a whole bunch of little things. And I only assume that's kind of a thank you. Well, I got to thinking, if I can stir up enough interest that a handful of you guys want to make an order, maybe I can make a deal with him, and he can get you a package deal with, a stuffing tube. I don't know if you can get these rudders or not, and they have them at MHZ, but I don't know if Oliver carries them, but, you can get these anywhere. But, maybe Oliver will put together a deal. And like I said, if you could ship it to a single location and then have a handful of guys that live within an hour of that location, it would be worth the drive. Just some thinking. So I'm going to send this video to Oliver, see what he thinks. Maybe he can make some sort of package deal. Anyway, what I'm going to do with this build series, for you guys, I assume that most of you already know what you're doing, so I don't go into a lot of the details. I leave that to Big B. That's why I say he's the meat and potatoes. I might show you a little more detail, and I'm thinking specifically how I'm going to exit this haul and mount things, and the type of materials I'm going to use. I'm not going to use 5-minute epoxy. I'm not going to use 15-minute epoxy. I'm not going to use 30-minute epoxy. I'm going to use the kind of epoxy that's in here. It's laminating epoxy. Now, I use this stuff that I got from Aircraft Spruce quite some time ago. And the reason I use it is I bought a gallon of it because that was the only size available. And it's really expensive. Lately, there have been people that put good quality epoxy in smaller increments on eBay, and I think one of them is that is it Scorpion? Anyway, it's the guy I got that carbon fiber from. I think he also sells laminating resin. You want something that has a mix ratio of about 3-to-1 or 1/4-to-1 or less. And you want the epoxy, the thick stuff, and the hardener just a liquid that, that way you get a good solid joint. The stuff flows. It takes forever to go off, and it takes a day to go off. There's none of this come back 20 minutes later and you're ready to do the next step. It takes a while, but I'm going to give you guys a while before I get started on this, because if you are going to order something from Oliver, it's going to take him a couple of weeks to make it, because trust me, he doesn't have these lying around on the shelf. When I went to his website and ordered something, he went over to the shop and started cutting fiberglass and mixing epoxy. That's how these are done. So if he can do several at once, maybe it's more cost effective for him. Let's see. But I'm not going to start this thing for a while. Give you guys a chance to gather parts. I didn't give you a link to this speed control. Any 30 amp speed control will work. I've been using those mystery ones for a while, but you got to calibrate the throttle with them. This is a dedicated surface ESC, so the throttle's already calibrated. So there you go. We're going to have the beginning of a fun little build series. We're going to build something that's fast, cheap, and out of control. What do you guys think? Huh? Until next time, boys and girls, jet out.